What time is the latest bus that goes back? We have to see here on the... It says? Or it doesn't say?
So we took a bus and we are here at Villa Adriana.
Yes.
So let's go check it out. Alright, so that is the entrance to Villa Adriana. Explain something to me. This is called Hadrian's Villa, but why do they call it Villa Adriana?
Because villa, it's a feminine word, and they add an A at the end. For example, if we want to say Adrian house, we'll say Adrian's. We add an S at the end.
In English?
So, yes, in English, that's how I would say Adrian's house. So the equivalent for the S that we add, they will put an A. So they will call it Villa Adriana.
I'm not really sure what to expect that we're going to see here. Other than, since it dates back to the ancient Roman times, it's probably some rooms. I don't know. Well, we'll find out.
So you can get a car here and make things easier rather than walking for so long.
What kind of trees are those?
For me, I would say on a very quick look that those are olives, but
Yeah,
I might be very wrong.
It almost looks like an olive tree.
I might be very, very wrong. Or maybe I am. I'm not sure what they are right now. Like I said, I can be wrong. Let's see the thickness of the wall. It's shorter than an arm line.
I think they were swimming in there?
I think so.
Or is it just for looking at?
I think they were swimming. I believe so. At least this is what I would do. In Roman time, I would go there, take a bath. I'm thinking right now, what are the major landmarks of a Roman city generally? And besides houses, they will have a forum, which is the public space where...
Yeah, but this is not a city.
Yes.
This is a private residence.
Private
For
residence.
the emperor. Which I guess is kind of like a small city, but...
Probably. But I imagine having guests, having theaters for entertainment, having a place where they meet, like you're saying, the swimming part that we've seen. So probably there will be marble on top of it, or this is just a structure, who knows. Oh yeah, look at that. It's marble sweets. You see there at the bottom.
Oh yeah, you do see a little bit of...
there will be another layer on top of it.
Here you kind of have a dome. I don't know if it was a full dome or half dome when it was original, but...
They construct this between 118 to 125, and it says that they build it in layers so they don't shadow one another. Are you recording?
Yeah.
So, what we see right there is it's a bath. And Romans were big in taking baths, but for them was more of a ritual. It had more rooms. First they have the cold room, and then the steam room, and then the proper bath. And what is interesting is the way that they were warming up the swimming pool and the way that they were keeping it warm. And underneath you can see the partial, we see, we don't see completely, but we see the way that they were directing the steams and the heat so they can warm everything. Plus the way that they build it, they were thinking about capturing as much as possible from the solar heat. and they had large windows. Now, what we've seen there is a dome, part of a dome. And the dome has the oculus on top, kind of similar with what we see on Pantheon. And that also keeps the heat inside. How
It's interesting. What I think is interesting is how level
Yes,
across
I
you
was
see.
thinking about the same thing.
I mean, they kept these lines across very,
It's almost mathematical.
yeah, very level, very.
Even the distance in between themselves, and very straight. Very, very straight. Wow. It's admiring how they did it. And probably that's why it's still standing as much as it is.
What we're reading here is there was a villa that existed here before Emperor Hadrian's time, and they can tell by the construction method that it was built in 3 different stages. The first stage being at the beginning of the 1st century BC.
You call it Epoca Sila.
Yeah, and then the second stage being Caesar, time of Caesar, and the second time of Augustus. So this the ruins here date back quite a long ways. I definitely think if I had this to do over again, I would get a tour guide. You need a history teacher to really fully appreciate what you're seeing here.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling,
I see some water. We have to go check this out.
we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
You know, before we came, I read a negative review online where the person was complaining about the place not being kept up that nice. And I can see what they're talking about in terms of like the grass needs to be mowed and that kind of thing. But to be honest with you, I think it's better to be left like this because, you know, it's ruins from 2,000 years ago, and I think it kind of represents a little bit better what you're seeing, just left the way it is. I know. What do you think? Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't particularly mind this almost negligent look. I like it.
So this place is much larger than I expected. What do you think?
It is, yes.
You know, and this is the second time this is happening with regards to Roman ruins. Because remember when we went to Pompeii? We went to Pompeii, we thought it'd be like, you know, you go there, you look at it, 5-10 minutes, and then you're gone.
done, yeah.
But we were there the entire day, I mean hours, spending looking at the ruins. And this is kind of like the same thing. It's much
a lot to
larger
see.
than, yeah. So Roman ruins, they're no joke. They really give you a lot to look at.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair.
This would have been an impressive room.
The reveal how large it is. I'm wondering what they were doing here in this room. Conference?
I think they were playing bingo.
Of course, the emperor was always winning.
Of course, you would die if you won in the emperor's presence.
He was cheating. They said it is difficult to determine the function of the rooms, but without doubt, the aulic character of the structure make you think it was a reception area, which we were right. They were playing bingo.
We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two.
How long have you been I'm beginning to think that the word villa is a bit deceptive. I guess.
Why?
Well, I guess what's a villa to a Roman emperor would be considered a small city to a common person.
Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
This is Kyle.
Is that Kyle?
Kyle the alligator.
Kyle the alligator?
Kyle the alligator.
Kyle the alligator? I thought it was Kyle the dinosaur. Now I'm Kyle the alligator.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air.
So we were just talking earlier when we first came in here. Mihaela started referencing like a Roman city, and I don't know if I recorded this or not. If I did, but maybe I'll put it in as a reference here. But she starts talking about it as a city, and I correct her. I'm like, no, this is a villa. It's not a city, it's a villa.
I wouldn't understand why Kyle is correcting me.
But after a couple hours here, I realized, no, she was right. It's definitely more like a city, not a villa.
It looks like a cinema.
I know we keep talking about how the size of it, but it really is crazy.
Yeah,
how big it is.
Huge.
Amazing. I mean, it seems. I think it's bigger than the Roman Forum inside Rome. If that was like the size of the main part of the city of ancient Rome at the time, I mean, this is like bigger than that.
Yeah. Just think about it. It's
like wondering how much time you even spend here. Crazy.
We definitely need to read more. It's intriguing, this place.
Yeah, I mean, when you come and visit a place like this, then it makes you want to look into it and study more of the history of it. So,
absolutely.
I mean, I guess it'd be nice to study before you came, but when you come here and you see it, then it makes you want to learn more about it. So, I don't know, got some studying to do when we get home.
Kyle is in charge with the study.
Oh, I thought you were in charge with the study.
Said it.
Yeah. Okay, you called it. I'm in charge. Well, we found the museum. Hopefully it's open.
Yeah.
Let's go find out. We determined that the museum is not open, but we did see a trail, and it may lead to another 100 or so acres, so we'll go explore that.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Right.
Let's do this.
Roccabruna.
That's what the sign said?
Yes.
Okay. What's Roccabruna mean?
Brown rock.
Brown rock. Okay. So, I guess we're gonna go see a brown rock. Let's do it. Okay, so we're coming up to something. Let's take a look.
According to the arrow, we have Belvedere of the rock. So if you go up there, it's called Belvedere of Roccabruna, which is vista of rock.
So this is just the lookout to see the brown rock?
Yes.
So Mihaela says basically this was the balcony for the villa. So you get on your horses and you go out to get to your balcony. A day's journey.
Yeah, the countryside.
First impressions, pretty nice view.
Blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
I'm wondering what if Adrian will see that show Tiny Houses, what he would think.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair.
Well, we're gonna wrap up this video with our final thoughts. Definitely feels like we were transported back in time today, right?
Yes.
I love ancient Roman history, and this was definitely a delight.
We can look back someday.